Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications. What's the motherfucking deal? Y'all already know what's going down, Sauce Nation. This is Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. So that means we talking all sports, but only Houston. Y'all already know it's Wink Wednesday, so what's going down? We got Third Coast 5100 in the motherfucking mix. Wink, what's going down with your big baby?
What's going on, man? Shit, back to this little Texas living, man, out here in Dallas, man. Seeing how, shit working out here, how they got this shit shaking, Who knows what can end up happening in the future, but I hope everybody's doing well. We're going to go ahead and chop it up about them Texans. And shout out to Honcho for having me on once again. Already.
So let's see, we get in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we start this thing out, man, with the motherfucking Sauce Nation roll call. So if you're from the city, it's mandatory that you shout out your side with pride. But if you're not from the city, man, let us know where you're from, your latitude, longitude, area, avenue, location, cul-de-sac, block, hood, set, gang, military association, all that. Well, however you identify, man, however you represent, however you get out, man, at least we can do is show you just a little bit of love back, man. That's what it's all about, because y'all take the time, and time is an asset that you can never recoup, and the fact that you fucking with the flavor, man, is greatly appreciated. So let's see what we got already in the mix. I see Jose's House 50 Mayo. That sounds like a new name. What's the motherfucking deal? Ashmel, what's the motherfucking deal?
I never heard that name before.
Tightens Up, Mrs. Voodoo C, Braden Foster, Ashmel, Heidi ho. J Pack, what's the motherfucking deal? Wise in the motherfucking house. KS 857, what's the motherfucking deal? Real Family already. Joe Batista, what's the motherfucking deal? Josh M, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, I saw that bullshit about the Browns. We're gonna get into all that. We're gonna talk plenty Texas. We're gonna do a little bit of talking about a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk a little bit of Rockets and all that good stuff. So here's the deal. All right, let's see. Make sure I ain't missing nobody here. I see Buenos Aires. Of course, we got to put the Spanish twang on it. Borpus Bristy. You from Old Block, Real Family? Stop. Slum in there. Odessa, Texas. What's the motherfucking deal? DeMarcus was shaking, man. But like I say, man, we're going to talk about a bunch of shit. Dilly, Texas. Dilly already. Brandon 335 always going live. But like I say, man, here's the deal. So we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about what's shaking with the Texans, and they've been having, the OTAs and the little mini camp, and now it's time for them to go do something that I'm not super fond of, but hey, it is what it is. That's where they've signed the contract, and that's where they're gonna be at. So they're gonna be getting ready to head to the Greenbriar, to come up with some government plans and all that other good shit. The secret society of the Greenbriar. But here is what's shaking. So first I want to talk to y'all, because y'all know y'all are the freshest ingredients. Y'all the motherfuckers that make the flavor so motherfucking fresh. First thing I want to talk to y'all about is what you've seen, and I want to know what y'all feel. What is the most impressive thing that y'all have seen coming out of the mini camp so far? OTAs, it is what it is. Something I want to say that I want to mention that somebody I completely forgot about, and not like it was a major name in the jump, but it's somebody I'm gonna be keeping my eye on, and that's DeAndrew White, because I forgot all about old buddy, especially with the talent we already have on that receiving core. And the guy was actually making a couple little plays last year. I think he got dinged up before, early in the season, and then never really got a chance to play, but. He had a couple of nice little catches in the drills, and of course it's just drills, and there's no man, nobody's covering you and things, but I saw a couple of nice things from him. Of course, Deshaun looking good again. Yeah, I saw him with that one-hander. That shit was nice, and the thing is, like, he can make some catches. The kid can make some plays. It's just like I say, he's had some unfortunate incidents along the way. So he went to North Shore already. I see you on the east. You say I understand trying to avoid the crazy Houston heat and the Greenbriar. Yeah, man, but at the same time, let's talk about that, because this is what I question. Is it better to get acclimated to the heat and have your body ready for the Texas heat? Because Texas heat is like no other. We can talk about, everywhere else, but the humidity and it's just something different. It's like you're melting and drowning at the same fucking time when it get hot down in this bitch. But I want to know, do you guys think it's better to get acclimated to the heat, stay in Texas, practice, get your body ready for that, or go in the Greenbriar and where it's all nice and lovely and you kind of away from everybody? You do get to build team chemistry because you're not going home every night. You bunking with somebody and having to deal with that and get to know your teammates and their personalities and things like that. I want to know what y'all feel. Do you feel like? Oh, well, you're right, bro. They don't play because they do play in the dome. So that's a very good point. So do you feel like the Greenbriar is an asset, or do you think that it hinders the growth of the Texans?
Honestly, I believe the Greenbriar helps in a plethora of ways. For one, you get to be in more practice time. You don't have any cramps, and for older players, even though you get a lot of the physical and toughness, the endurance, because it's gritty being out there in that damn heat. But you can't be taken away from from the game and being in full pads and shit from like heat exhaustion and you could. I mean, it's just too hot.
Yeah.
And that padding and shit like that. Like, I don't mind the Greenbriar, and as you said, it gets them a way to be out of the shit so that they can really focus. And now that Deshaun Watson's got a full off season, he don't even have his damn brace on or none of that shit. Like, I'm just feeling good, man. Like, man, I like that little drill. When you were talking about what we would like, I like the little drill, and I love that catch that Braxton Miller came.
Oh yeah.
When he caught that and turned the other way and tip tapped his feet, and how he jumped, I was like, yo, hey, that's what it's gonna. We gonna need that from Braxton. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think because we have so many weapons, I think you need to. Honestly, I believe this is a season you need to keep 6 receivers. Okay. I think we need to do it because, hey. Run them. Hey, you can switch up the scheme. You can do whatever you want. Have these players in, man, and I mean, have all that fucking speed on the damn field that you possibly can. And then with Deshaun Watson, he gonna be able to extend the stretch to play out if need be, and I mean, it's better for the coaching staff to be able to mingle with players. Not have any really outside distractions. I mean, the worst thing I could say about not being in Houston is the fact that you don't have the fan interactions because they coming out to see you, they love and support the team. I say that's the only bad thing about it, and it's really bad for the fans. It's not so much bad for the players because the players just get to focus on what their objective is.
Okay. And I see a lot of people saying that. I see a lot of people talking about, they said we play indoors anyway, 74 degrees on game day. That you can focus more on drills instead of heat. And yeah, the heat can take away from some of the things that you're able to do. I mean, and we've seen time and time again when it's been a little bit too hot out here and they like, fuck it, we're going to go slide inside the little indoor practice field. And, these are things that you definitely do have to consider. Talking about Braxton, though, and I say everybody kind of mentioning that, and that you guys are saying that you saw that catch. Do you feel like it's Lil Kiki is putting some pressure on Braxton to make him step his game up, or do you feel like it was just natural progression anyway that Braxton was only going to get better?
It was natural progression, man. Braxton was doing this shit last year when he was getting open. He was open all last year. He was making plays. When he caught the ball, he was making shit happen. People don't want to give him his credit. People saying he sucks. People saying he doesn't know his deals. People saying he can't do anything when he's proven otherwise. It's just he hasn't had the opportunities, for one, by being held out when he was healthy all last season. And
I think we caught a little.
It was inexplicable as to why he wasn't even playing in the games anyway. So, I mean, guys really need to just go ahead and fucking, start doing their part and let these dudes play. I mean, you drafted this man in the 3rd round in order to be able, because you saw something in him, and I thought it was a good pick. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people love that pick. Love the Braxton Miller pick. People were excited about that. So it's like, give this man a chance. I don't want another situation like how they did Jalen Strong. I don't want a situation where they not being patient. Be patient with the right players because they have the talent to be great in this system. And then you have the perfect quarterback to get them the football. So why not go ahead and take the risk, develop the players, and don't let this player walk away if he turns into something you need, because we don't need that situation happening with this new regime all over again.
Okay. So I want to know how y'all feel. Like, okay, I see some Braxton Kiki debates going on. If y'all are in favor of Braxton, since he was here first, he can be number 1. If y'all think Kiki gonna take the spot, drop that number 2 in the chat. So let me know what y'all think. If you're 1 or 2, who will see more playing time this year, Braxton or Lil Kiki? And so we won't go by who's better, but we'll say who sees more playing time in y'all's opinion.
And shout out to Heidi, for her little commentary, and shit like that. I'm going down the little, she out here talking with my colon and Pooter and all of this little bullshit she talking about. You know what I'm saying? She always rambling on. She needs to just call in and do a show with us one day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? She been bullshitting.
Yeah, we gonna get Heidi in the mix. We go get her there, accent and all. I don't care how bad you say the accent is. We gonna get y'all all the way in the mix.
She probably got an accent like Salma Hayek, a fucking old girl that was in Blow. You got the kilo in the trunk right now. You got the kilo in the trunk right now. Don't you ever put your hands on me, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Oh, kilo in the trunk right now.
That's hilarious. So you sound like the Terminator. Oh man, that's oh man, that's bad.
Mr. Killer KB, man, what's going on with it?
Already. That
Wise too, man, because I saw he had shouted me out, man. Shout out to everybody, man, who shouted out. And then the fucking what's it called? Oh my God, Wink buried me. I have a German accent. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was yeah, that's the Super Troopers, the German couple. Okay, that's how Heidi get down. She be talking about that crazy stuff, but that's Kush in conversation. We'll keep that for another time. Say that for the weekend. What's up, Houston?
Know how Hitler though. Know how Hitler though. Heidi. Know how Hitler though. You know, just make sure we keep that on the hush. You know what I'm saying? Know how Hitler though. What's going on, Houston, homie?
Let's see. Okay, Joe, I see you saying that you feel like there's an advantage of training camp at the Greenbriar. And it seems that training camp is a physical grind anyhow, and being in West Virginia is less strenuous. Okay. And man, what's the motherfucking deal? That's my dog right there, TaylorMade 360 Elite Training. Matter of fact, shout out if y'all, like I said, I know we got
I saw you shouted him out, man.
I know we got a lot of youth that's trying to get their game up, that's trying to get their footwork right, that's trying to get their shit together for this upcoming season, man. You need to go holler at my dog, TaylorMade, certified and official. I done seen it with my own visual, man. I'm telling you, the boy's the real deal, and he gonna get you right on that field. So, man, make sure y'all fuck with that, man. If y'all trying to get right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, go holler at my boy, TaylorMade. He gonna get you all the way ready.
Yeah, I need to hit the follow button because I saw you had shouted him out on what was that, IG?
On
right?
IG, yeah.
Yeah, I had went to his page. I had clicked on the name, but I ain't fucking click on the damn thing to follow him, man.
Okay. So talking about a couple, man, and I actually took up the notes, man. So before we got in here, man, like I said, y'all know me, man. I don't give a fuck about the national media. I really could care less about their opinions, but I know a lot of people see things and they ask me questions. What do I think about, such and such saying this and such saying that? I don't know if you happen to see the tweet. I know you're back on Twitter live action. Did you see the tweet that Deshaun Watson retweeted about Ben Maller, something like that?
Yeah, man, I saw that whole ass shit. And matter of fact, man, y'all should have seen the shit that they said because me and Brett Coleman, I was talking. He was chopping it up with me in his comment section for the video that he did about the Tennessee Titans about a day or so ago.
Yeah,
now I'm still getting comments and shit like that in the comment section, and bro, what these dudes are saying about Deshaun Watson is fucking blasphemous, bro. Like it's the dumbest shit. And dudes are sitting out here acting like fucking these rookies that they just got. They just had 4 draft picks and they brought in Malcolm Butler and a couple other pieces. Niggas acting like they finna have a premier pass rush. Nigga, for one, they have to get cohesion, learn NFL systems, be healthy enough to even produce during the season and have good quarterback play, which they don't have. And their head coach is Mike Vrabel, so they already fucked. You know what I'm saying? So why are you gonna sit here and act like you a motherfucking goon out here like y'all been winning? Nigga, y'all ain't been winning consistently, nigga, since what, 10 years ago?
Man.
Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Go ahead and put your tongue in the electric outlet and stop. you deserve every piece of that static. You
talking about Smashville is a cute name. Get Smashville was more like it. Like I said, all I gotta say to them Titans fans who come talking reckless is 57, dog. Until then, you gonna need a couple of games to make up for that score. Until then, until I see something, until I see that y'all can prove that y'all can stop a healthy Texans team, because y'all struggled with you literally struggled to the last minute with a broke down Texans team. If y'all really think that y'all have arrived and made it, let's be honest, man. Jacksonville and the Colts both. Well, not the Colts. Jacksonville and because I'm thinking about the 2 worst teams. Jacksonville and Tennessee both benefited greatly off us falling off and the Colts not being worth the fuck. So that's really the real reason Tennessee was able to slide into the motherfucking playoffs. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not act like they were just out there leaning on people. You know what I'm saying?
And we're not gonna act like their defense is official enough like that when we know when the teams are healthy from the Colts. When Andrew Luck is healthy, they've never won a game, and they can't fuck with us because we see the 57-14 results with a rookie quarterback on the field. We forgot. They just forgot. They just zoomed past that shit like he didn't throw 4 touchdowns and ran one in last year. They gonna act like over the last 5 or 6 years that fucking DeAndre Hopkins ain't been eating on them in every single game. They gonna act like Adoree Jackson can keep up with him with fucking Fuller and JJ and all of these guys, bro. Like I adore Adoree Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Because at the end of the day, all he gonna be seeing the rest of his career in Tennessee is the back of Fuller jersey and Hopkins jersey.
Exactly.
Or, I mean, however he want to do it, he ain't never gonna get the weight. He ain't never gonna get his weight up. His speed ain't gonna be enough, and he's not prolific enough in coverage to guard these dudes. Regardless, Deion Sanders could take him up under his wing right now. He'll still regress, nigga, like turds in a fucking. He gonna regress like turds in a toilet, nigga, just going down the drain, nigga, because you're wasting talent.
Man, my thing though is like, here's the thing. But here's what my thing is with the Titans, and I'm not saying they ass garbage. They did what they had to do to get there, but they're not as good as they think they are. It's cool to have a good year, but you have to be more consistent than that to barely slide into the playoffs and really think that you've established something, especially with Marcus Mariota, who I feel like Marcus mediocre, man. Like I say, that's my Deion Sanders' son is a pretty good corner. Marcus mediocre, man. And like I say, until I see some changes, until I see more TDs than interceptions, first and foremost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then I'll start believing they got something going. But until then, man, like I say, they not really showing shit to me. Oh, Mettenberger. Then my thing with Watt and Mettenberger, though, Watt can't say too much about Mettenberger with the selfie action because Watt be doing both selfies then a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I know he that was his excuse for whatever he did. I think he sacked him and did like the little selfie thing. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But then, like I say, you had old buddy Hayton talking about Deshaun was going to be a bust and that we need to go ahead and draft a quarterback now. I mean, just talking extremely reckless. I mean, just saying some of the crazy shit. You talking about a motherfucker who came in and did some things that we've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? And oh shit. I'm bullshitting. I see somebody chatting. I gotta take care of the sauce line. I ain't paying my sauce line bill. I'll take care of that after trip. Yeah, I forgot to do that. Goddamn. That's what happened when you turn all your notifications off. My fault. So I see somebody hit me. I'm gonna take care of that after the stream, so the sauce line will be down. Damn, I had that bill. I thought that I was ready. So I apologize for that. Y'all just gonna have to be in the chat like regular folks. But man, there was a guy named Ben Mauler, some shit like that. So whatever his fucking name is. Yeah, man. You of course, upward duck. You know I'm a racist. I've been a racist in my core from day one. It's okay with that. I told y'all I prefer the bluntness. I ain't gonna hide it from y'all. I'm only racist against mixed people. And light skinned folks. But that's some race call me damn, that's the first mod. Oh shit, what's going on? Nah, Miss Voodoo C was in here earlier.
I don't get none of the backlash that Rising Phoenix gets. I don't get none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. But so like I say, hey, Deshaun Watson and all these things. But we've sat here, we can be honest, like I say, buddy was hating, talking trash, talking about all this stuff. But Deshaun Watson did a little interview today, and we've seen, over the last couple of weeks or whatever, him in the brace and then, now out of the brace. A thing that you had highlighted on, I want to say last time we got together, I can't remember if it was Wednesday, we had pushed it back a day or so, but last time we had an episode together, talking about his footwork and how much improved that looks. And he said himself even today that he feels, and this is always a thing, well, not always, but with a guy who's putting his head in the books and he studied the playbook, he feels like he's light years ahead of where he was last year. And this is something we spoke on because, once you've had a year in the system, you understand how everything goes, you understand how the things work. So you're not worried about the technicalities, you're not worried about the itinerary and the schedule. You understand what's coming, you understand what we're finna do. Now it's all about, I'm a pro now and me executing. And so with him being mentally clear, and that's something I think he dealt with a little bit last year, even on the field, is kind of thinking a little bit, even though he was able to still execute. How much more dangerous do you see this man, again, like we talked about, improved footwork, having a healthy receiving core, and being mentally more stable in this game? What do you expect to see from Deshaun Watson?
Y'all really don't understand the benefits and what this shit does for a quarterback and an offensive line in terms of his footwork. The shit, his how choppy, how he's chopping his steps, how he's keeping his feet and his composure, and how he's turning his hip flexion. Like the fact that he's able to get full bend and he's able to do all of these things and get back in his drops, progress. It's just, this man is gonna take us places. I mean, his fucking arm looks strong. He looks like he's working on. He looked like he's worked on touch too. You know what I'm saying? And his accuracy is gonna get a hell of a lot better. Like I said, I mean, I'm marking my words. I said he's throwing 70% this year.
Oh,
because of his footwork. His footwork alone will prove that.
Okay.
His footwork alone will prove that. Like, he will be at 70%, like Kirk Cousins was just a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see this. I see any situation if he's able to read the field, and if he's got dudes coming in and they blitzing, I just see him dumping the ball off real quick to go ahead and make plays to make sure that he's not taking any negative yardage. I see him making more adjustments and not throwing in the coverage when he doesn't need to, and seeing the entire field and not being baited in by guys who can take advantage of him like they took advantage of him in certain scenarios as rookies. And the only team that I'm talking about who was able to really capitalize was, the Seattle Seahawks. That was the only game that, if you really go back and go look at it in terms of how he was able to throw in that game, and, having 3 interceptions. The last one you can't really count, but I mean, the 2 picks he threw, he has to be more astute. He has to lock in and really manipulate the safeties and the corners to bait them in to get the plays off the way that he needs to. But the man is going to be special, man. And I'm just looking for him to increase Lamar Miller's production as well, because that's something we definitely haven't talked about. Since we've been really discussing this issue in terms of how great he's going to be for Lamar Miller or Deontay Foreman. Well, hell, the both of them. But yeah, I've been keeping my eyes on it, and all I do is watch his feet. I don't watch anything else. I only look at his feet. And his feet are proving me, and they're telling me that he's ready to go places.
The fact that you're paying that much detailed attention to another man's hips is slightly disturbing, but I get it. Wink. Rolling on the floor, laughing, 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 rolling on the floor.
I'm not looking at his hips. I'm looking at his feet. But at the end of the day, the hip, bro, I'm not. Trust me. I got a woman at home. We don't have them. We don't even have them type of time. Trust me. That ain't nowhere near on my radar. But at the end of the day, man, these are things that you gotta watch when you looking at these quarterbacks, because all the great quarterbacks, when they doing shit like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, all of these guys, great footwork, they hips, they turning them right when they need to go ahead and make the proper passes and have much higher completion percentages, and they getting the ball out fast. His release has gotten so much faster. You know what I'm saying? So, it's right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just shit you gotta fuck. Yeah, I like feet. Yeah, I got a fucking foot fetish. Yeah, my wife's hips. Yeah, you goddamn right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
what's the deal? I like
fetish for my wife.
Already, man. Shout out to Jay Dizzle, man. I appreciate the super saucy super chat love, and what's the motherfucking deal? You say Brady practices fencing. What kind of? Okay, that's interesting. So here's another thing that a couple other points I want to talk about. And somebody's mentioned, and anyway, we still talk about Deshaun Watson. Somebody mentioned about having tape on Deshaun. Now, me personally, I don't feel like there's enough tape on Deshaun Watson, because
no, it's not.
I mean, he was developing as it was going, and I still don't think he reached. I don't really think he reached his real potential as a rookie, because I felt like he was like every game we saw progression.
Yeah, we just said that. What, like a week or two ago? Mm-hmm. We said that. We was like, this man has yet to begin his NFL career, and it's just like you said, man. They got tape on Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Cam Newton, all the Matt Ryan, Big Ben Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson. As I said again, I said his name again.
Yeah.
It's just like these guys. They have the tape. This man, they have tape on Dakota Prescott. They have tape on Carson Wentz. They have tape on Jared Goff. But yet these guys were finishing in the top 10 and passing, throwing touchdowns, and all that shit. Having tape means absolutely nothing if your footwork, your release, your reading defenses, and executing the play, and knowing when to check out of plays when you see pressure coming. If you see that guys are bluffing the blitz, or dudes are coming off the edges and shit like that, and if dudes are giving you enough cushion, because you can only take what the defense gives you. So if you're smart enough, which I know Deshaun Watson is because he's a cerebral quarterback, I just don't see any reason why he's not going to do much more than what he did last season. He's going to do at least 3 to 4 times of what he did, and people thought he was exciting last year. He's going to be way more exciting, and game 1 is going to prove that, especially with Edelman being out, and that right there is going to be proved to actually work in our favor this season. And I thank God that his ass got busted for PEDs. Talking about, you don't know what how the fuck that happened. Bitch, you know what happened, ho.
Exactly. Hey, look, you ain't been to Mexico. You can't use the Mexican meat excuse.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. Here's something I want to talk about, too.
Mexican meat in his throat, though, Honcho?
I don't know how Edelman get down, man. Hey, you know that Patriot way may be something different, man. But I want to talk about some things and something that I think was big too last year in starting off the season, and that is the Texans' tools. And when I'm talking about tools, I'm talking about weapons for Watson, and again, guys on defense and things like that. But we came into the year initially with our key deep threat injured. Had the collarbone injury. And so I think that was definitely a hindrance. And then a bunch of shit happened early on against Jacksonville. And that's not the only thing that allowed that to happen, because initially, again, it was Tom Savage starting. So Tom Savage started the season without that deep threat. But we saw what happened as soon as Watson and Fuller connected. I mean, it was over with seemingly little chemistry. What difference do you see with Fuller bulking up? Again, with some other pieces brought into the mix, and I think that receiving core is going to have a lot of competition. I think the only solid spots are DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller. I think everything else, I know people were asked about Ellington earlier, and I like what Ellington brings to the table, but I think there's a lot of competition at every other spot. I think that because you got, DeAndrew, you got Kuti, you got Braxton, you got Ellington, you got Sammy Coates, you got somebody else I want to say. I feel like I'm forgetting, but you got a lot of guys who could possibly contribute, and some of these guys, again, taller guys with speed, which is an asset, So we'll see what happens. But how do you feel like the difference will be this year, starting for Deshaun Watson as opposed to last year?
Well, for one, he knows he's a starting quarterback, and he doesn't have any competition or anything like that, so he doesn't have to prove anything to Bill O'Brien or the team that he can be the man. When they know he's the man, and he will automatically be able to take them places. The fact that that they're working on types of drills, because in terms of the drills that I'm seeing, these are totally new drills that I've never seen them use in the past. In terms of, and this is the time to really work with your receivers, and your corners and your running backs can be working on technique to get right. That's why mandatory minicamp is so useful. You know what I'm saying? So these dudes need to go ahead and use their time wisely. Make sure that they're getting all the proper time, all the time that they can get with Deshaun Watson while he's able to give it to them, to make sure that they on the same accord, know how he wants the routes thrown, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to, the way that trust is already established, so y'all can make big plays when the season starts. I don't want them to be slow coming out of the gate against anybody. I want them to be fast-paced. I want them to go ahead and be – I just want this shit to be a slaughterhouse. Like, I'm just ready for dudes to just, to keep your foot on their fucking neck. Like, I'm just tired. Like, blow these motherfuckers out and let boys know out here that they ain't bullshitting. And all of the detractors out here, trust me, y'all gonna be on Deshaun Watson real soon if y'all to believe that this dude is RG3 or any of these other guys who came before him when RG3 got hurt in games, not in practice.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a totally different situation when these guys are going to sit out here and say that this is going to happen, this is going to happen. The only concerns the Texans fans need to be worried about is how the secondary is going to end up shaping out, which is not, and that's not even that much of a concern considering the fact that, you know, we know who the DC is, so we know pressure's coming, and the only real group that we got to worry about is running back and O-line and Bill O'Brien in terms of making the right decisions and trusting Deshaun Watson. And as I said a week ago, the reason why we were losing the games that we had is because Bill O'Brien had no trust in his team. Now, I can understand the reasons why, but at the end of the day, that's the product that you shelled out on the field, and you didn't do anything to go out and get the players that you need to be suited for your system before you saw what it could be with a solid quarterback. So at the end of the day, you put the product on the field, you got to do better, so do better. And stop talking about it.
Phoenix, sacks equal touchdowns, Phoenix. So every sack equals a touchdown. So that's how we're going to look at it. Man, quick note, a little bit of shameless self-promotion. And make sure y'all check out the Twitter or my Instagram link, man. There's a little thing that basically you just go to staysaucy.com. It'll take you, it'll redirect you to the thing. But it's a Broadcast Houston, and basically they got a little thing where you can vote for media personalities and things like that. Basically, I got everything copy and pasted for you. Actually, it should be in the description below, as a matter of fact, right under the initial little thing. So you go to staysaucy.com, copy and paste that. Put Sauce Sports for the web series and Ed Honcho HTX. They want you to put the Instagram name for the web personality or media personality, whatever it is. I would appreciate sincerely if y'all go stir up some flavor, stir up some sauce, and go check that out. Again, like I said, if you go to the Twitter, you could copy and paste it. Everything's right there for you. But if you go to the description box below, it should be right there also. And if you do go vote, and after you vote, man, go leave me a comment on my Instagram or something so I can show you a little bit of love, man. I appreciate all the folks who have. Appreciate that, Wise. I appreciate you voting. Thank you very much. You say, I see a couple of comments say puts the ball in close games instead of doing what he wants will be good. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing. That's something I mentioned yesterday when we were talking about the 5 things the Texans are going to need to do, and that's dropping nuts on the field, man. You have all the pieces. You have everything you need. There's no excuse not to play balls to the wall. You have a defense that should be able to, stop damn near anybody you come up against. And I'm not saying just shut people down, but again, if Watson out there back to averaging 30 points a game, we have a defense that should keep people under 20 points a game. Period, point blank. As long as we stay healthy, there should be no excuse. And I know I saw somebody talking about Hal, and somebody asked, how I felt about Reed, and I agree with you because you made a comment on that post that Reed was going to end up starting either way.
Yep.
And there was a reason for that. Like, I like Hal. I like what Hal brings to the table. Like, this is no knock against him, and I'm hoping and praying for a speedy recovery. But here's my thing. Like, you can't call us irrational, Clarence. When you're proud of a guy who's been in the league, 5 years? How long? 4 years? And achieve. He's talking about Bortles. Clarence is the Jags fan.
Oh, yeah. Going on, but this is 5th year.
BB5. BB. Been bad 5 fucking years. That's what that stands for. BB5. Been bad 5 fucking years. Anyway, so my thing is, you got faith in a guy who's been dumpster juice, man. Like I said, we got a guy who came out and shitted on him in 6 games and did way better than he would. It took him a whole season. So
who's talking about Blake Bortles? Matter of fact, who's talking about any other quarterback in the division outside of Deshaun Watson? They talk about an injured Andrew Luck more than any other quarterback in that the Titans or the fucking Jaguars. Come on. Well, let's just be real.
Shit.
Neither one of those quarterbacks are winning y'all games. Y'all defenses.
Exactly. And then you watch Good Morning Football and whatever else. They did a little thing, and they were talking about the best players in each division or the best player and whatever. And it went Deshaun Watson. I forgot who picked Deshaun Watson. Might have been Nate. The chick, she ended up picking DeAndre Hopkins, and the other dude ended up picking J.J. Watt. Talking about the best players in the league. And then I think whatever old buddy picked the last dude. But my thing is that tells you, that's 3 of the best players. In by position. If J.J. Watt, say he comes back as J.J. Watt, and it's a small possibility, not counted, but then you're talking about the best defensive player in the league. If you're talking about receivers, I don't care what anybody say. We could talk about Roethlisberger and A.B. all that. DeAndre Hopkins is the best receiver in the league, hands down, no questions asked. There's nothing you can say to me to prove me different. Like I said, give AB Tom Savage for a year and tell me what happens. And you can let him have all the pieces around him too with Juju and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And again, assets that are around him that take pressure away from him. But we don't think about this. But it's DeAndre Hopkins by himself out there for most of the season when everybody knows where he's going, getting double covered and everything else, as opposed to a guy who, or a team that's stacked that, you know, can hurt you in many ways, but yeah, that he's their leader. So I mean, it's cool. The dude is good. Like, I'm not knocking that the dude is good, but again, you put him in the same situation as DeAndre Hopkins. That dude quits playing football.
I don't see no player. I ain't seen no player from the Jaguars on the top 100 in the last 3-4 weeks.
Well, I don't even, like I say, I don't even know. I mean, where's Blake Bortles on the top 100?
Blake Bortles ain't on there.
You talking about that rookie who only played like half a season? How the fuck he get 50 and Blake Bortles ain't never?
We have one receiver. Who none of y'all corners can stop.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Ramsey's been in the league 2 years and he already has 3 touchdowns scored against him in 3 separate games against DeAndre Hopkins. He knows exactly what the back of 10's jersey look like. So you can go ahead and pipe down, little soldier. I'm saying. But y'all take a trip to the garage with the rest of the peasants.
Okay. Look, we got one receiver, better than any receiver y'all got. We got one quarterback, better than the quarterback y'all got.
Ever had.
Yeah.
He's only played 6.5 games.
And then, like I say, you know, we gonna see what happened for that try to lose weight and shit. He gonna end up getting his ass broke up. But it is what it is. We ain't even worried about all that. But here's the thing. So talk about a couple other things. We're talking about this team and the differences in between this year and last year. And you mentioned O-line earlier. Now, I think I went back and got the fact a little bit more correct. And it was that I want to say it was Suafilo, Manx, and fucking Allen, I believe is what they said, were the bottom, like all in the bottom 10 as far as guards. And now they talk about
No. Let me address this. Okay, week one he scored. Whenever we played y'all, week 14 or something, he scored against y'all the only touchdown. So that's 2 this season. And he scored against him as a rookie, I want to say in the first or second game that we played against you. Go ahead and go look at those games. He gave up 3 touchdowns total to DeAndre Hopkins. Learn how to watch tape. Trust me, it's on YouTube for you to watch.
Oh yeah, it ain't going nowhere. YouTube is forever.
And they were all the same plays. Every single play was always a slant. He's so easy. It's so easy to run a slant on him in the red zone. It's so fucking easy. Well, at least when it's DeAndre Hopkins, he make it look way too easy. He gonna be winding up the little window. He gonna wind the clock down on y'all again next year. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. It's real easy to sit here and act like this when y'all haven't had success in over 12 to 13 years. Matter of fact, y'all haven't had success since fucking Jones, Drew, and Fred Taylor was the quarterback. Gerard was the quarterback. Like, nigga, y'all just started winning. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, it's been a long time, but I understand, man. You gotta when it's been so long. And you don't know when it can happen again. You gotta milk it for what you can. You know, you gotta milk it as much. Like what was it? Move, milk it.
That's like Duval. They just because Pat Williams just did a special deal and they finally got good in one season that they really doing something. It took a running game. It took y'all spending over 80-something million in free agency. It took y'all having how many top 5 picks have y'all had over the last 8 years? Don't worry, I'll wait. You know the answer to that question. So at the end of the day, bro, y'all been trash. Y'all and at the end of the day, the team will end up being healthy. We have the better quarterback, and that's all it's gonna take to beat y'all. It's not even that hard to beat y'all.
Exactly.
Don't think that because Mike Vrabel was the DC, nigga. Y'all. When have y'all ever beat us when Romeo Crennel was our DC? Go ahead and answer that question. And matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the stat line against y'all since y'all out here running your fucking mouth, nigga, because y'all don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, like I say, some 1-year wonders, and they feel like they didn't made it. But hey, it is what it is, you know. That's y'all gonna be the ones severely disappointed while we rolling and we sitting back.
And matter of fact, y'all haven't won a game. Y'all haven't won a game against us since 2013. Why are you talking? Like, I don't even get it. Like, why are you even talking? Because at the end of the day, y'all just got good last year. Yeah, even Jalen Ramsey knew y'all was trash. He was like, yeah, we was trash last year, but we good.
And real family, that's a good point, man. Because the thing is, like, what kind of shit has been going on in Jack? Because y'all been ass for a decade, like bottom of the barrel. So y'all should have been stockpiling talent. Y'all should have been worthwhile much sooner than y'all were, man. I mean, it's like what's really going on with that? Like y'all was picking top 5, top 3 damn near every year, it seemed like, and y'all just now finally getting the talent to act right. Because I saw somebody say, "Oh, the Jags might be one of the most talented teams," and they should be. If you've been picking fucking in the top 5 for 10 fucking years, you should have some talent on your fucking roster. Like, y'all wasted old Buddy career, dog. He was a solid linebacker. What was his name? Was that Pop Lusney? Yeah, it was a solid linebacker. Y'all wasted that dude career. Y'all teased him.
So we've been in the league. So we've been in the league for 2002. We already up on y'all in the series in terms of total history. We had 32 total games against y'all. Y'all haven't won a game against us since 2013. Let me read off the remaining scores that we didn't had against y'all when we were beating the brakes off of y'all bitch asses. Okay, so 2011, okay, 2016, clearly y'all blew us out this year. Okay, y'all go ahead and rack that up because Tom Savage was the quarterback. Bill O'Brien made a mistake and they didn't do nothing. And Mike Vrabel was the DC. Okay, we'll chalk that up. We know y'all got that. So, okay, we beat y'all with Brock Osweiler 2 times, and he was trash. He was the worst quarterback in the league just the year prior. Exactly. Then we beat the brakes off of y'all 30-6. The year before that with Brian Hoyer. Then we beat y'all 31-20. Then we beat y'all 23-17. Then we beat y'all 27-13. Y'all actually won 2 games against us in 2013. We beat y'all in overtime in that game. We beat y'all 27-7. We beat y'all 20-13, 24-14, 34-17. Like, y'all haven't, and then before that, y'all didn't win the game against us since 2010. But so you mean to tell me it take y'all 3 and 4 or 5 year gaps before y'all can even get a win against the Houston Texans, whose inception didn't happen until 2002? But Jaguars fans are out here talking shit in the comment section.
Oh man, stop saying now. This is where your logic is real flawed, Clarence. And after this, I'm gonna stop devoting any time to you. Because it's a waste. Because you're saying we're winning now because we got Tom Coughlin back, 2 Super Bowl rings versus the Texans with no Super Bowl.
Tom Coughlin is a beast, and so is Doug Marrone.
And that's cool, but you're giving credit for his Super Bowl rings that he won with the Giants, my nigga. Like, come on, like if you want to talk that, when Bill O'Brien got rings, you know what I'm saying? Shit, Kubiak had rings, Vrabel got rings. If you want to talk shit like that, Wesley got rings. You want to talk rings?
Romeo Cornell got rings.
That's what I'm saying. So if you want to talk about accumulated rings, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we probably got y'all in that department.
We got more rings than y'all do. Matter of fact, Romeo Cornell got one more ring than fucking as a DC in New England than fucking Tom Coughlin does. So why are you talking?
I mean, so that by that logic, like, you defeated yourself. But anyway, getting back to the point at hand, you know what I'm saying? Because this ain't no Jag show. Look, if we want to, we'll talk about that another time. But anyway, some of the things I want to talk about though is looking at that line, and I was talking about the with Suafilo. We know where he didn't win, thank God. And the rest of the guards that we had last year were basically all bottom 10 guys. And then you're talking about Kelemete and Fulton are guys that graded out, what did they say, I believe, top 5. Now, we haven't seen it. We'll have to, then this is grading out. And, you know, that can mean a whole bunch of shit to me. Like, I take that with a grain of salt. But overall, what you would assume is you can only go up. I mean, grading out regardless. I mean, if you're bottom of the barrel, that means you're just playing bad. So I'm not saying that I expect Kelemete or what's his name to be Pro Bowlers, but it should be an improvement over what we had last year. Now, when my worries come in, honestly, let's just be legitimate about it, is the tackle position, man. I'm sincerely concerned about that. But with the upgrade in the interior, do you expect that to benefit Lamar Miller at all? Because, you know, for some reason, even though that's not where his strength is on the outside, but Bill O'Brien loves to run Lamar up the middle. Now, if we're talking Deontay Foreman, I don't think it's as big of a concern if he's healthy because he's good wherever you put him. But with it looking like Lamar Miller being the starting guy with Deontay Foreman still kind of coming back from injury, do you see an improvement in the inside run with the new guards that we have?
Well, naturally you would, because actually these guys, if they're doing the right thing, if Bill O'Brien makes the right moves and puts these guys in the right position and has the right running scheme along with the passing scheme to go along with the type of blockers that he has, then this won't be a problem at all, especially when you have Nick Martin clogging up the middle. You know what I'm saying? So, and nobody's even mentioned him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we gonna win. I mean, we'll go ahead and we'll let all these guys have their fun, you know, because they think that they think it's they tough shit because they got some clean ass uniforms and they got a running back now, you know, who carried Blake Bortles throughout the entire season with the exception of like 3 games. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, y'all made the AFC Championship just to lose, so it hurts. It hurts big, don't it? Yeah. So at the end of the day, I mean, why are you? I mean, so at the end of these guys should sit here and have this so-called they think they're having a lot of success, but at the end of the day, y'all not gonna be able to maintain the team that y'all have right now because y'all got heavy contracts and the restructurings will be coming very soon. And I guarantee you, within the next 2 to 3 years, y'all asses won't be able to have this team intact anyway because y'all gonna enter the cap purgatory. And at the end of the day, if y'all can't build in free agency, y'all won't be shit anyway. So at the end of the day, chalk it up. Make sure that y'all go ahead, y'all have fun with Jalen Ramsey while y'all can because he been hugging the fuck out of Deshaun Watson and fucking DeAndre Hopkins the whole off season anyway. You know what I'm saying? He just prepared to deep throw. His knees are already at a full 90-degree angle. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's just gonna go ahead and he gonna make that move to be able to come to a real team because you don't even have the quarterback and y'all so stupid. Y'all paid this quarterback y'all don't even believe in to be the leader of your team for another 3 years for $54 million. Y'all poo butts. Look at the shit that y'all doing. Like it's not even worth mentioning because at the end of the day, y'all will definitely give us some good games. It's gonna be some good ass games, but then again, it just might not be. You know why? Because Deshaun Watson is the starter right off the rip. He don't have them problems, and he's gonna end up having a healthier team the way that he do. And we're not even gonna talk about what our defense is gonna be able to do. You know, now that back. So you can go ahead and think that y'all really doing something, but you're really not. You know what I'm saying? It was a facade. And with the team that y'all had built last year, y'all easily should have won 12 to 13 games. But guess what? You couldn't. Oopsie.
But anyway, let's talk about a couple other things, man. A couple of more points, and then before we slide up out of here, I want to talk about the.
At least we made it.
Yeah. Hey, we got that moral victory. That moral victory is always so sweet.
We made it. At least we made it. That's the first thing a nigga says. That's how you know. That's how you know a real loser when they ain't used to winning, when they ain't used to being in the conversation. At least we made it. Wait till you see us next year. Oh, we're gonna shit. Yeah. When matter of fact, y'all, just what y'all need to do, Jaguars fans, and I'm gonna give it back to you, Honcho. Y'all need to win the next 3 to 4 years. Matter of fact, be in the conversation over the next 5 to 6 years, like we did. We've been in the conversation in the division. We won 4 of the last 7. Or 4 of the last 7 years
with no QB.
Division champs. With no QB and with no QB really whatsoever. But at the end of the day, y'all finally get a decent team with a decent coach and a decent GM who knows what they're doing, and now y'all think y'all know what success looks like, bro. Shut the fuck up.
You talking about hit you up whenever the Texans win a playoff game? What do y'all really think y'all did? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying? Like, I'm gonna see what we went out that first round against. What was that, Kansas City with Hoyer? Because that was just
Outlaw.
awful. But outside of that,
Outlaw, do they even know who their number 1 receiver is? And they don't have no tight end. Why would you get rid of fucking Mercedes Lewis when he just gave y'all the best season of his whole life? Y'all don't have Julius Thomas. Y'all don't have any safety net on third down. And Fournette is trust me, we will be able. He didn't get off the second game, and we was way trash.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get off that second game. You living off the first game. What he doing the second game? I rest my case.
And this is what you gotta. And this is what you got to think about, man. Because you're talking about, where was your defense like that? Let's be honest. Like I say, here's something that you always got to take into account. When your offense can't stay on the field, your defense will get worn out. And that's the only thing that happened. You took old buddy, 27, 30, 28 rushes to get a hundo. And that's eventually after shit. The fucking defense was on the field damn near the entire game. Because that first half, Tom Savage was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. So eventually you're going to get tired. You're going to get a little bit. I mean, that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so don't act like when you have a competent offense on the field, well, like I say, when Deshaun Watson steps on the field, it ain't going to be no 3 and out action. All that type of shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? So y'all going to have to play some football. That shit makes it easier on you. Y'all got the dub, and it's like, see, y'all keep reverting to that like we didn't acknowledge that y'all got the dub. No, under Mike Vrabel, no, it didn't. We look here. This is what you got to understand.
It wasn't top 5 last year. It will be with fucking. It will be top 5 with fucking Romeo Cornell. That's the difference. That's what you got to acknowledge.
Exactly. Like, you got to understand, there's lots of pieces that have changed. You know what I'm saying? The things, the anomaly that y'all had, the one year y'all got the wins, the one time that y'all got to shine. Look at all the small changes that happened with the Texans. Okay, and those are the reasons why y'all got the benefit off of it. You know, some little injuries here, some coaching changes, so things that were done a little bit differently. Again, like I said, a lot of talent.
Y'all better I tell you this right now, not to cut you off, Honcho. I tell you this right now, y'all better hope Fournette don't get hurt.
Oh, man. It's over for y'all. Yeah, that's over with for y'all.
Over for y'all.
But again, you say they got some dogs at receiver, but they got Bortles too. That's what I'm saying, though. As long as you got Bortles, quarterback play is the most important thing, because, again, like I said, we convert back to what happened with AV when he had to play with Vic. It was not the same dude. So, again, like I say, the quarter, as long as you had that trash-ass quarterback out there, and we have an improved secondary, we going to eat, dog. Like I say, there's no worries, dog. Like I say, we going to eat. That's not an issue. We're not concerned about that.
It will be with that suspect on line. 4D lineman with 4 sacks, fool. Nigga, that was against Tom Savage. Nigga,
exactly.
Nigga. It was against Tom Savage. It wasn't against y'all couldn't do that to no real quarterback. Y'all couldn't even do that to a rookie quarterback coming in the second half of the game.
Yeah.
So, nigga, why is you talking like your nuts is real big right now, bro? Like, y'all just started winning. You just started winning, and you barely won the division. Nigga, y'all niggas couldn't even beat Tennessee not one time last year. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these niggas win the division but lose 2 games to a team who was out in the divisional round, like, ASAP.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, both of y'all, your quarterback is trash, and that's why you're not going places. At the end of the day, you have nobody noteworthy behind Fournette when he needs to go ahead and make a play. And Fournette has a checkered history in terms of injuries, and so does Marquise Lee. So does motherfucking, I mean, y'all don't have Allen Hurns or Allen Robinson no more, so that shit's gone. Y'all have no tight end. Y'all got a new offensive line too. Y'all offensive line was okay, but y'all offensive line ain't elite. Nigga, ain't nobody talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars line being elite. Like, nigga, y'all got an elite defense right now.
Man, stop with Flacco. Flacco's not elite, dog. Like, first and foremost, like,
no, he is not. No, he is not. He hasn't been elite since he's won his Super Bowl. What are you talking about? He wasn't even elite.
Exactly.
Elite in the playoffs.
He had the same stats as Schaub that year that he won the Super Bowl. He had these same stats.
And you're right, the real family. All 3 of them guys' contracts is coming up real soon. Matter of fact, Telvin Smith already got a contract. You're going to have to pay Ramsey, and you can't have no 2 cornerbacks on the Jacksonville Jaguars after A.J. Bouye has already got a $60-something million contract, and on top of the money that y'all in front or back loaded with him. And y'all got – that means you're going to have to restructure Malik. What's his face? Y'all paid Calais Campbell a shit ton of money. Y'all gotta pay Miles Jack. Y'all ain't gonna be able to keep him. And Ngakoue gotta get paid. You know, Yannick Ngakoue gotta get paid. Barry Church under contract right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all in a situation where y'all gonna be like the Broncos when they was in free agency, and when John Elway was spending all the money in free agency, and that shit looked like it was good, and y'all in win now mode, nigga, because at the end of the day, y'all had this money for too long. Y'all never had the players to be compensated to make y'all look like y'all are something, and in 2 or 3 years that shit gonna be gone because y'all shitty with contracts, and y'all done got too many dudes y'all playing on the front, middle, and back ends of your defense. And we ain't even talking about when Fournette and Blake Bortles just got paid. So and y'all gonna end up having to play O-linemen in the future in the next 2 to 3 years. So at the end of the day, we'll see where y'all gonna be 2-3 years down the road, and next year when shit start happening to y'all. Trust me, it's gonna happen, bro.
Exactly, OB. That's a perfect example right there, the 2012-49. All right, here's another thing I want to talk on before we get up out of here, man. Something that we've been saying for a while, for a long time. The Jags already talking to Darius and Kemah about restructure, but why they ain't restructured yet then? If they so active to want to do it, them motherfuckers, look, this ain't basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Kareem Jackson has made the transition to safety.
Good.
So, do you think this was a move made because? Yeah, he even said it. He put a picture out there of him playing safety, that he's embracing a new position or whatever. So do we think that that's because of the loss of Hal, or do we think that maybe is Kevin Johnson showing them something that makes them feel a little bit more comfortable with, okay, even though I don't, you know, Jackson is Jackson, but is Kevin Johnson showing them something that makes them a little bit more comfortable with making this move?
Yeah. I would think so. I would think so because I think honestly they want to try Tristan Deku out at corner. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make any sense for him not to be able to play corner first before he transitions to another position that he's never really had the luxury of playing at the NFL level. It's much different playing safety in college versus playing safety at the NFL level. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm very comfortable because I've seen Kareem play safety before, and he knows how to play safety. And I mean, and he's an efficient tackler. So. I mean, I don't have any problem with that. That was a move that should have been made.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, and back to this dude, back to this clown one more time. How is it that y'all, for one, Marcel Darius isn't even under contract under y'all because y'all got him in the offseason last year and y'all didn't afford him no contract? That's number one. Two, why would you just bring Calais Campbell in the offseason last year where you already paid him a shitload of money? Now you already want a restructuring. You know why? Because it was a bad deal and dudes know that these teams is not going to be able to stay together in the next few years. So that was a dumbass decision by y'all team and Shad Khan for paying out these contracts that he know he can't manage. And y'all, I mean, so let's just keep moving on because that's the last thing I'm going to extend on Mr. Clarence.
Clarence has some real nice parents. But what's up, Broderick? What's the motherfucking deal, man? Really, KS857 says that Kareem Jackson stats actually jump up on Madden when you switch him to safety. That's pretty interesting. But here's the thing. And nobody trusts the news. Any news coming out of Duval is fake news. Hashtag
exactly.
Fake news.
When Ian Rappaport break it, then I believe it. Until then, we ain't got to believe that shit. That shit you talking about is faking it. That shit fucking Trump's hair piece.
Oh, like, man. Come on, man, we gonna have to talk about that in the Kush then because I've been watching something on Netflix and Trump's hair has been the same since like he was in his 20s or 30s. Now, so we need to do some investigating on that. But like I say, Kareem at safety, I think it's a solid move. With Dakoud at safety also, though, it makes it seem kind of interesting. Like,
right.
You know, it's just I'm curious to pay a little bit of attention to that. It's something definitely to keep an eye on. I'm not going to make any real speculations at this moment about it.
Right.
It was one other interesting thing that I noticed, and I meant to speak on, and I forgot what the fuck it was. I didn't jot it down. Shit. Oh, yeah, backup quarterbacks. And it looks like old buddy that, you know, we thought that he might have been brought in for special team, but it looks like they got him out there throwing a little bit, tossing a rock around, because I saw him out there, you know, doing having a couple of little passes. So maybe they may be considering, you know, using him in a backup role. Do you see him being the backup over Whedon, or do you feel like he may be your third string guy?
To be honest, I don't even care. As long as we got backups that are serviceable and they can play and they actually can adapt to the system that's being put forth by Bill O'Brien, I really don't give a fuck about anything. I will say that Brandon Whedon honestly should be the next in line because he's had success in the Texas uniform when he's had to play for us before. He hasn't lost the game. So, and he's able to get the ball to players who can play on the football field, you know, so he's never had these type of weapons in any other situation that he's ever been able to play in. He wasn't even able to play with Flash Gordon like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping for the best, and I hope that they don't even touch the field at all.
Really?
You know?
Yeah, really?
Yeah, that's what we want. Now, what I want is for him not even to get a chance to play.
Yeah, that's the real goal. But just in case, you know, you got to consider if something does happen, you fall into a situation, or it may be a small thing, or you know, you got concussion protocols and all kind of things. Again, knock on wood, I'm not hoping any of this stuff happen, but I'm not hoping anything major. But you still want to have a solid piece to back up. So, like I say, yeah, I would definitely agree because, like I said, I'm more familiar with Whedon and his skill set. So I definitely would probably have to agree with you, too, that I prefer Whedon being the backup, knowing that he's been here. And Whedon has actually won games here in Houston. So,
yeah, he has.
You know, and a lot of people knock him, but he's come out here and won a couple of games, which he wasn't able to do, you know, in Dallas and some other places. But, hey, it is what it is. But So yeah, I definitely probably have to go with that too. That I would agree that Whedon would be a good ideal guy. I want to kind of touch on a couple of things outside of the Texans for just a moment, and we're gonna really call it a wrap. What do you think about some of these cuts and some of these holdouts? We've had Hackenberg get cut. I know Taylor Lewan is holding out. I think Aaron Donald is holding out. I'm not sure. Is Khalil Mack, is he holding out?
Yes, he is.
He's holding out, and I think it's somebody else. Another big name is holding out. We know that Le'Veon is holding out. He said he won't nothing.
Antonio Brown holding out.
Yeah, Julio. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Julio. Yeah, man. Yeah.
And so
a lot of guys holding out, man. But did you see that shit that Zach Martin got? I wanted Dallas to fail on that shit so he could come in free agency so we could go swoop his ass up, man. I wanted him right next to Nick. That way we got the right guard situation locked up in the interior pressure, bro. We'll have the best interior O-line in the league. Period. It's not going to be any situation, and it would have been the right move for him to go right down on 45 to come play for the football team with a much better quarterback and much better weapons on the outside. You know, they have the better running backs. The better running back in Zeke. But outside of that, they really don't have any position group that's better than us. But it's a shame that these dudes can't get paid, you know what I'm saying? And there's so many holdouts, but somebody gonna end up getting paid. Yeah. Somebody gonna have to. Do you think the Raiders can't fucking afford to be playing games with no with Khalil Mack, and the Rams definitely don't need to be playing with Aaron Donald 2 years in a row after he held out on y'all punk asses last year. And look at the type of success that he gonna end up having with Ndamukong Suh and Marcus Peters with all of these dudes. Get this man his fucking money so he can get on the field and be happy. He ain't finna play for free or some bullshit, and I don't blame him.
Okay, that's a good question.
I knew that. I knew that Julio shit was gonna happen because Matt Ryan ended up getting that old bogus ass contract. I knew it was a matter of time before it was gonna happen, and sure enough, it happened right when training camp happened. But he don't need to be at training camp. Like, for what? He's Julio Jones. Yeah,
but that's the thing, though. Especially, that's what people got to consider. Like, people be thinking it's all about this, we're teammates type thing. Motherfuckers realize what they contribute to and what they do and don't. I mean, you can look at that. When we go back, and I'm glad to know that they do feel that way, and we saw a lot of that from that era. Thank you to Arian Foster for bringing a lot of that stuff to light and being able to have those conversations with players to know that they feel the same way we do. And the motherfuckers know, hey, I contributed to this motherfucker's success. What does he do if I'm not here? And so I don't blame Julio for holding out. You know what I mean? Shit, yeah, get your money. If you're going to get his money, all this money and damn near guarantee it, shit, you got to, man. You fuck yeah. Pay me, fuck you, pay me, man. Straight up and down. Right. That's the thing, what it was. And this will be the last question, then we'll slide up out of here. So I see people asking now with Kareem Jackson playing safety, do you see that being the starter over Reed, or what do you see that secondary looking like, that starting secondary?
No. I still see Reed. Reed has the speed. Reed has the speed. He has the tackling angles. He has the coverage. And he has the way better than Kareem has, and him working with Honey Badger, he gonna elevate so quick, and being around guys like Jonathan Joseph, who are veteran players, man, who's doing everything they can. Y'all don't even have to pay attention to Clarence no more. We done already checked this dude. We done already gave him all the cold hard facts, so he can just go ahead and just wait for his Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? So we can put him in the jail.
Send him to the pit of misery, dilly.
Yeah, like he gonna hang himself with his rope real soon because he really thinking the Jags doing something after 1 year, after being good after 10 years. And now they feel he like the Raiders was doing the same shit and they found out real quick just last year. I mean, so we already know the teams that's really overrated that end up getting some situations. Y'all don't know what's going on in Duval.
And look, it was funny that you made mention of Cat Williams showing love to Duval. We know why Cat Williams like Duval. Cat Williams, look, you gotta take care of your special people. Cat Williams has some problems.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? This is exactly what I'm gonna do. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get on camera and I'm gonna make sure I got a stool or something alright. And I'm gonna say, just like how Cat Williams nigga was talking about the old women being on Viagra. I'm gonna be talking to fucking Jaguars fans. You like that, Meemaw? You like that, Meemaw?
Oh shit, man! You
like that, Meemaw? I know about Palatka. I know about Bay Meadows. I know about all that shit. Phillips Highway. I know about all that shit. I used to work out there and do shit all the time. Get out of here, bro. Y'all just started winning.
More like Whoval. Who are y'all? Whoval? Who the fuck are y'all? So like I said,
we need to get y'all is a little nose and some whiskers.
Man, look, Sauce Nation, I fuck with y'all, man. Y'all already know this. Look, I got one more time for the selfish promotion for the folks, man. Make sure y'all hit that staysaucy.com. Check the Instagram or check the Twitter to follow the instructions. Y'all can hit the description box below. The instructions are right under the thing on how to go Stay Saucy and vote. Show your boy some love, man. Get that vote in for your boy. We trying to take this sauce to the next level.
It's gonna be 3 more years for y'all win another game against us. Y'all did the same shit. Y'all did the same shit. Y'all did the same shit to us like 4 years ago when we had Matt throwing pick sixes and we had the worst season. The worst season at that point in time. We rebounded and easily. We never, trust me, y'all will never have us in that situation no 2 years in a row. Matter of fact, when the last time y'all beat us consistently in years back to back? Let me go ahead and go back to the tape one more time. You go ahead and you say what you got to say, Honcho.
Let me see. I'm telling you. Jags winning back to back.
Jags ain't won back to back against us since. Like in back-to-back years, they haven't beat us in back-to-back years ever. I'm looking at all the wins from the win and losses from what's it called. Matter of fact, from 2002 to 2003, y'all actually got some wins. Oh. Y'all got to win. We got to win. Y'all got to win. We gotta win. Then we just went on a streak on y'all. Then y'all got a couple of games. Then we went back and forth for a little bit. Then we just started raping the fuck out of y'all like y'all supposed to. Like at the end of the day, y'all been in the league longer, and at the end of the day, y'all got the least amount of success. Y'all got less success than we do.
Exactly. You gotta get consistent with it, man. That's all we're saying. Get consistent with it before you start talking shit. You can't be on that 1 year wonder shit again. Like that's how everybody thought the Raiders were gonna do something that year when we knew they was frauds. So we knew they was frauds in Mexico City. Shit. So that's just that. You know what I'm saying?
The Titans honestly was frauds too, because everybody was pumping the Titans up. Remember when Sports Fan Entertainment when MJ said that they was going 12-4? He just said they was going 12-4 again. Can you believe the audacity of this nigga?
This nigga, man, we already know what that is, though. We like I say, man, everybody, like I say, you gotta have some homerism for your fan base. If you don't love your home team, man, it is what it is. But you got to be a little realistic. These Jags fans, they just out of proportion. Yeah.
now it's just Jag fans coming out of nowhere, and you have to be from Jacksonville in order to be a Jags fan. Nobody outside out of Jacksonville is a Jags fan. Like, fuck out here. You have no reason to root for them until last year. You know what I'm saying? If you only a Homer fan, but I can't give them they credit. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they ride with the Jaguars and they've been bad for so long, and now they get some success. You got to start somewhere. But at the end of the day, the shit finna end for y'all real quick because y'all ain't had no backup plan and y'all didn't invest in a real quarterback. Exactly. So that right there is gonna prove y'all worthless in just a year or two anyway. And then y'all got contracts that's coming up that y'all gonna have to recoup, that y'all not gonna be able to re-sign any players, and that's just gonna damage y'all down the long run anyway. Plus players are getting older anyway.
And you keep talking about this 0-1 out the gate against them. Do you realize all the losses New England has taken? Like they recouped a little bit, but especially without Edelman. They done lost Cooks, and Cooks, even though that bullshit, that's the only reason they won the game last time. Like,
how many times has New England over the last 3 to 5 years? How many times has New England lost game one? Oh, don't worry, I will.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I say, the thing is, we've been pushing New England to the brink for a while, even with trash at the helm of the QB situation. And again, like I say, bad play calling last year late in the game, and a little breakdown on defense. That's a completely different game. But again. You don't have a quarterback who can gunsling with Brady. So you over here talking shit. Like if your defense break down, you can't rely on your quarterback to do it. So what we're saying is that y'all are just y'all had a good year, man, and appreciate the 1 year. And like what you talking about, y'all happy making it. Y'all made it to the playoff once in like the last 10, 15 years? Y'all should be happy with. Y'all should be like, when is the last time y'all really consistently had a winning record? That's what I'm saying.
Fact, when's the last time y'all were even 90?
And that's what I'm saying.
Honestly, when's the last time y'all were even 8-8?
500. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all can't even be 500.
Exactly.
Like, y'all haven't been 500 or even whiffed, even being in the conversation. Nigga, y'all been a joke.
Exactly.
Like, come on, stop. Y'all the real joke.
Yeah. So anyway, with that being said, man, we gonna wrap it up. We gonna call it evening, but I will be on the mixer action probably about 9 o'clock. Maybe we get the Rapper Royal Rumble in every evening, so we gonna have all the look. I got to bring some of the old schools in the mixes. I've been letting the little young trash ass rappers been winning. Niggas like Lil Xan and Lil fucking Uzi been winning the fights and shit. So I'm gonna have to bring Pac and Big in the mix and bring some of the old schools, man, and get this shit shaking. Mixer is a streaming service more for like gaming and shit. It's kind of like Twitch, but it's Microsoft based. But the response, it's such a faster response time. Like it's almost like you sitting in the room with your partner talking to him, because that's how fast it is. Like, I mean, it's like milliseconds as far as the lag or the what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? The delay, like less than hundreds of a second. So that's why I like fucking with the mixer, because like I say, it's better interaction to me. So again, mixer.com/HonchoSaucy. Y'all killing me. This guy's gangster and his real name's Clarence. But yeah, so that's what I do. We're gonna have a Rapper Royal Rumble. That's always very interesting, because look at my ass kicked with Snoop Dogg last. Snoop Dogg ain't worth the fuck on that game, God. He's just big and lanky for nothing. I don't know if they got a Devin on there, man. I might have to create a Devin, man. So we're gonna have to see what's shaking. That'll be live at 5. We gonna make some shit shake. But like I say, anything you want to say to the people before we get up out of here, man?
Man, Clarence, you're pitiful. 2011 was the last time you were 500. That's pathetic, bro. That was the year that J.J. Watt came in the league. That was 8 fucking years ago. Like, that's fucking pitiful, bro. Like, that just shows you that just shows you how impotent that team really is. They're just limp. You know what I'm saying? They don't rise to the occasion when it really boils down. When you meet that girl, when it's time to you perform, y'all just fold up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's okay, baby. We'll see you next time. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all charge up, man. Go grab that. Go grab that Viagra to make sure that y'all can go ahead and stay in the hunt, bro. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody else in Sauce Nation. We had a fun time with Clarence. We fucked with Clarence because he done been a part of the Sauce for a minute. We know he loved this shit. We didn't accumulate so many Jags fans over the time. They don't even really hate us. They just hate the fact that we can fact check them, and there's nothing that they can say. They just know what it's finding out to do. You know, they're new money. They don't even know how to spend.
Look, Clarence. If you giving away free dollars during the season, man, I'll be sure to take that from you, man. You giving away free money during the season, I'll be sure to come take that from you. But the thing I do like about Clarence, as opposed to most of the Jags fans, at least he tries to come with some facts. They're not valid enough, but at least he tries to come with some numbers and some statistics and some things. At least he got some numbers to back his stuff up. So I'll give him that. The rest of them just come in here and say Jalen Ramsey, and that's it. And so we'll do all that.
And when 20 getting scored on again by 10. Then I want you to go ahead and calculate that up to the 4th touchdown that he scored over him in a 3-year time period. So that means just about every game he's played against Jalen Ramsey, your boy, which you can go look at the highlight videos in every single game and know that your boy didn't get scored on by number 10 3 times already. And he's only been in the league 2 years. That's horrible.
Absolutely. And I see somebody still trying to hit me on the Sauce line. Look, I was lacking. I ain't paid my Sauce phone bill. After the stream is over with, I'll get that back in action. And we'll make sure we had a Sauce line back in action. So I apologize for that. I was definitely lacking on that. I didn't even realize the shit. So we'll be back and we'll have the line up tomorrow to take calls. Y'all can talk all kind of big shit. And so with that being said, man, we gonna motherfucking chunk up the deuce. We gonna call it a wrap. Yo, you found the Jags channel 335. Oh, good luck.
That exists?
Yeah, you got to do some deep digging. You know what I'm saying? You got to.
Hold on.
Yeah, well, that's very interesting. But with that being said, man, Sauce Nation, y'all the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world, man. As far as just, I fuck with y'all, man. The fact, like I say always, that the fact that y'all dedicate the time, man, time is an asset that you can never recoup. And the fact that y'all fucking with the flavor, spending some time fucking with the Wink Wednesday, with the sauce, man, with the whole round table and everything, man. I motherfucking be appreciated. His name is Jagging off.
Jagging off?
Yeah, that's what he probably spent most of his time doing instead of watching Jazz game. He fucking halfway through the game. This shit is awful. Might as well go jag it off.
God.
But
we pumping hop up too much, but he was all pro this year.
Yeah,
He had
exactly.
13 touchdowns with 1,300 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
Just last year he had 900 yards, and then the year before that he had 1,500 yards, and the year before that he had 1,200 yards. Show me where he's overrated.
Exactly. With trash
He had
throwing the
15
ball.
touchdowns with trash throwing the ball. So I mean, he only had a different production in 2016 because a bum was throwing him a quarterback. I mean,
Exactly.
throwing him the ball. I mean, come on, bro.
Exactly.
When's the last time y'all actually had Allen Robinson, when y'all was getting garbage time stats because y'all was getting blown out of games? So it had to pad the stats to make Blake Bortles look like he was an efficient quarterback, and he immediately crumbled back into he immediately took his neck back in because his neck wasn't long enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. This dude is motherfucking. This dude is motherfucking Franklin. Bro, have you ever watched that cartoon Franklin, bro? Come on, it's Franklin. Come into your house. Fucking Gonzo, look at that. Oh, come on, bro. I'm tired of I'm tired of these dudes, bro. I'm making bad excuses, bro. It's a fact. Everybody agrees. And yet he had 900 yards with a horrible quarterback.
Oh man.
Matter of fact, did any of y'all receivers this year even touch 1,000 yards?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go since you about facts. Go ahead and go fact check that.
Exactly. And then what did Bortles do his rookie year? Please let me know, because you steadily on this when Watson go 2-1. First, I mean, like, that's y'all accumulation of the playoffs probably as a fucking whole in the last, well, like I said, 10, 15 years or so. So if y'all proud of that,
yeah,
cool beans.
Y'all been in the league since 1996, and y'all got us like 4 playoff games.
Exactly. So
in total,
there's that. You know, and
like,
then
why are you talking?
Exactly. And then so like I say, you know, if you want to make comparison about rookie QBs, y'all have had ass since day one. Gabbert, Blaine, blame it on Blaine, you know, all that type of shit. But anyway, like I say, we will see you, buddy. Like I said, I'll be looking for you during the season. I will be hoping that you're here, because y'all ain't gonna have shit going on with the Jags, so you're gonna definitely be here trying to soak up some of this sauce, you know what I'm saying? And if you stick around long enough, we might let you be an honorary Texas fans, because we know that's what you really want. But hey, on that note, whoa there, motherfucker. Yeah. Forgot all about that shit. He's finna get his ass demolished. Who was that finna smash on his ass? On Gabbert. Whoa there, motherfucker. You about to get his ass lit the fuck up, dog. Who was that? Who was that?
The same amount of playoff appearances, y'all, and they more back to back. They're closer than anything.
Like the fact that you just put them numbers out there. Look at those numbers. You said 95, 96.
96,
and
06,
then
and
a decade later, 06, 07, and then a decade after that, y'all get 2 every decade? Is that how this shit works? I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. That's what the numbers are looking like. Hey, I mean, shit, y'all got one more in y'all, and then y'all gonna be out of y'all gonna be out of there for a minute.
Yeah, and that was with Tom Coughlin until he left y'all asses and won Super Bowls with a much better team.
Yeah, that motherfucker did. He said the whole motherfucker. You could tell where he was raised at, motherfucker. Good grief.
And just like Hector said, so y'all only went to the playoffs 2 times since the Houston Texans have even been a franchise.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Y'all have one divisional crown. Since 97. That's horrible.
Look, they don't know about that bald head motherfucker, Brandon. Look, they ain't ready for that. They got to be on Mixer to know about that. So y'all be missing on some of the insides. Oh, before we get up out of here, look, only the Mixer crew might get this one, but I'm gonna sign off with a special sign off for y'all. But like I say, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all the freshest motherfucking ingredients. The fact that y'all spend time coming fucking with the flavor, man, even Clarence and his real name and all that other good shit that's going on, man. I fucks with y'all, but we gonna call it a wrap. Sauce Nation, y'all the freshest motherfuckers and ingredients in the world. Y'all stay saucy. Peace.